Hello, boys and girls. Today, you are going to be doing your grade 4 mathematics onboarding day 5. With this, I want to show you what will be on your agenda. First, we're going to discuss some feedback forms. We're going to see how it is that we would write a goal for math. We'll do a warm-up, an anchor chart, our little lesson number 2 from concept unit 1, and then a cool down. If at any time you feel that you need to pause to do some of the work, feel free to do so. That's why we made a video for you. Okay, so whenever you do a cool down in math, your teacher will be giving you a feedback form. The feedback form will give you ideas and tips on how to improve. The teacher will assign a color saying, yes, you got this. You're almost getting it, you just need a little more strategies, or red, you don't have it yet, but with a little bit of help, you are going to get it. You may have some questions about this, and your teacher will also write some comments on the bottom. So that's one thing to look for. Another thing that you'll be doing is that you will be setting some goals. What do the goals mean, and what does it mean to make a goal? What is the purpose of a goal? So these are all questions that we're going to be talking about. Your SMART goals are going to be specific. They will be measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So whenever you get to writing your goals, this is what you're going to write. For example, what exactly do you want to complete? Next week on Wednesday, you want to complete your concept unit on unit number 1 for the place value. How will you know you have met the goal? If you get 8 out of 10 correct, 9 out of 10 correct, or 10 out of 10 correct. Is it attainable? Is it possible for you to take that unit, concept unit next Wednesday? Yes or no? Yes. Is this goal worth working hard to reach? And the answer is yes, because this is going to prepare us for 4th grade. It's going to prepare us for 5th grade as well. And when is the day you want to meet this goal? And for a concept unit, it would be next Wednesday. So that's just one example of a goal. Let's go on to today's lesson, which is interpret the place value of a digit. It's 4.2a. Along with this, we're going to do a little warm-up, and this is from page 16 from Number Talks. Let's say that we start with the first one on top. I'm just going to cover the others so that we don't look at them, so that we can just concentrate on the top one. What is one way you would add 354 plus 111 if you were doing mental math? Because we want to come up with some mental math strategies that would help us. If you want to think about it for a minute, you can press the pause button, and then once you think about it, you can check to see what example I have, because there's not just one way to add these numbers. Okay, so one way you can do this is you can add the hundreds place, which is 300 plus 100 is 400. Kind of hard to write with a mouse. And then you're going to have then the tens place, 50 plus 10 is 60. And then 4 units plus 1 unit would be 5. So if I look at this number, I would add it up and I would come up with 465 as my answer. That's one way to do mental math. That's how I like to tackle them sometimes. Now, how would you do the other 3 on this page? So I would like for you to press pause, take out your math journal, and do the other 3 problems on one of the pages, one of the next pages. So please press pause right now, take out that math spiral, and get started with your mental math strategies for the other 3. Now, if you're ready to go on, I'm going to ask you to click on this link and watch a quick video about interpreting place value. So I'm going to give you some time right now to click on the link. You're going to watch the video, pause this one, and then you can continue. Okay, so once you watch that video, you're going to come back and let's take a look at the work that we're going to do. We're going to take a look at task A. Right here, we have some place value charts. You have your ones, your units, your flats, your units, your rods, your flats, and then your blocks. So what is the relationship between the hundreds and the thousands place? Okay, so let's say that we have 1 in the hundreds place and 1 in the thousands place. I'm going to fill in these placeholders with my zeros. I'm going to take a look at this. Now, I like to think of this in terms of money. I'd like to think of this in terms of $100 and $1,000. What would you rather have in your wallet, $100 or $1,000? I personally would like to get my hands on those $1,000, but why? Yes, because it's more. This number in the thousands place is 10 times the 1 in the hundreds place. If I was to look at this, and if I was to make this number, this is what it would look like. Let me show you. So what I would do is I would make a 100, a 1 in the hundreds, and a 1 in the thousands place. And I would put the zeros and leave the zeros as placeholders. So this right here is 1,000 and this right here is 100. I would need 10 of these flats to make one block. So that's 1,100. Now, let me ask you this. What if you owed money? You were in debt. Would you rather be in debt and owe $1,000 or owe just $100? Yes, I would rather just owe $100 because it's less. So 1,000 is 1/10 of the 100. And that's how we would explain it. Let me show you some numbers that I want you to make. I want you to make the numbers that are listed on this on the next slide. But first of all, let me just show you the first one. This is the first one right here. Oh, come on. Okay, it's 3,442. So 3,442. Taking a look at this number, what is the relationship between the yellow 4 and the green 4? Like I said, I like to think about this in terms of money or in terms of the little pieces that you count here, the units that make the rods and the flats. Well, if I think of this as money, it would be $40. And if I think of this green number, the digit 4 in money terms, it would be $400. Would you rather have $40 in your wallet or $400 in your wallet? Yes, me too. $400 sounds like a lot more. Well, what if you owed somebody money? Would you want to owe them and give them $400 or just give them $40? I'm with you. I would just want to give them $40 because this 4 is 1/10 of the green 4. Okay, so going on to the next slide, these are the other numbers that I would like for you to create using the arrow cards. We did one of them, but you can still do it again. And I want you to pay close attention to the 2 digits that are side by side on the place value chart and that are the same digit. I want you to say and pay attention to the 1s here, the 4s, and the 7s. Make them and tell if the number is 10 times the other digit or if it's 1/10 of the digit. You can pause it right here. Go and click on this game, the arrows card, I mean, and then make your numbers. So you can pause the recording right now. Okay, so now that we're back, we're going to take a look at our anchor chart. Our anchor chart is right here, and I'm going to give you just a few minutes to take a look at it. You do have this page in the folder that we gave you, not last Thursday, but the Thursday before school started. So look in there. You get to fold it. It's a little booklet. And this is going to be your note taker for place value relationships and representing numbers. The word bank is right here. These are all the numbers you're going to use. And look, right here it says 10 times the number whenever it gets smaller. And then 1/10 of the number when it gets larger. So go ahead and read over those. Right here, I would like for us to make a number. And the number that I want you to make, let me take my pen out, is going to be, we're not going to go all the way to the billions. I mean, you can. We're just going to stick here to this digit right here, to this number right here. And my decimal would be right here. So how do you say this number? Yes, very good. It's 7,751. So right here, if I look at the two digits that are the same, which are the sevens, this 7 would be 700. And this 7 would be 7,000. So I noticed that the 7 in the hundreds is right here. So if I was to put another digit in the thousands place, this 7 would be 10 times the amount of the 1 in the hundreds place. That's if you want to have more money in your wallet. What if you start here in the with the 7 in the thousands place, and then you owe someone money, and then you go and then you decide, do I want to owe somebody $7,000 or $700? Probably just the lower number, $700. So here we're going to write the number in word form. You can do that on your own, 7,751. And then here we'll do it together in expanded form. And I'm going to be looking at the number on the top. So it's this one right here. It really is hard to write with a mouse. So expanded form. My expanded form would be 7,000, whoops, plus 700 plus 50 plus 1. And I'm sure you're used to that from third grade. We used to do that in third grade all the time. Let me see, I'm gonna put my 2 zeros here and just fix them a little bit. Now expanded notation. For expanded notation, I'm going to tell the place where it's at, the actual place value on the place value chart. So I'm going to say that my 7 is in the 1,000s place. So 7 times 1,000 plus my other 7, it's in the hundreds place. So 7 times 100 plus parenthesis, the 5 is in the tens place. So 5 times 10 parenthesis plus, and then I have the 1 in the ones place, 1 times 1. If you notice, I put my addition signs here to add it up, just like I did in expanded form. And I can't wait to do this with decimals in a few weeks. Okay, so now the next part is going to be fill in the blank. So here, 1/10, a rod, is equal to 10 ones, 10 units. 1/10 is 10 times the value of 10 ones. 100 is equal to 10 tens. 100 is 10 times the value of 10 tens. 1,000 is equal to 10 hundreds. 1,000 is 10 times the value of 10 100s. 1 10,000ths is equal to 10 thousandths. 1 10,000ths is 10 times the value of 10 thousandths. 100,000 is equal to 10 10,000ths. And 100,000 is 10 times the value of 10,000. So if you have to, press the pause button so you can write this down and keep it in your notes. You remember, you can always add more numbers here if you want to add more numbers. That's perfectly okay. We're now going to move on to your work. And the work that you're going to do is going to be in your teacher's Google Classroom page under Unit 1, Lesson 1, or August 25th. So your job is going to be to read the questions right here. There's only 2, and it tells you to fill in the number with some digits and to fill in the blanks right here. So go ahead and pause this video, go to your teacher's Google Classroom, the math teacher, and do your Unit 1, Lesson 2. You can press the pause button right now. And when you're ready, press play. Now your cool down. Your cool down is also for Unit 1, Lesson 2, and you're again going to go to your teacher's Google Classroom page and open up the cool down for Unit 1, Lesson 2. Complete it using words and numbers. Let me see if I wrote this correctly. Yes, I did. All right, so pause this video and go over to your teacher's Google Classroom math page and complete what's called the cool down. Once you're ready, you can press play. So go ahead and finish your math work and see you soon. Have a great day, Tigers.